It's really weird when it's like a feature that becomes in every single game. Like I remember there was some PS2 game, and I remember X-Play with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. They were
I used to watch
etched
that.
onto the hieroglyphics of the fucking ancient Egyptian tomb that I was raised in, apparently. But they were like, in this game, if you shoot them in the head, it actually does more damage. It was like, I don't remember what the game was. It didn't end up being a popular game, but it was like, it was notable because it was like the first game that did like headshots.
Oh.
And then that was a thing in like every single
The first game to ever have Rumble feature was Worm Odyssey for the SNES. You ever play that one?
What are you talking about? I know you're lying.
No, that's Worm Odyssey.
Worm Odyssey?
Yeah, it had Rumble features.
You're a
the first
fucking
one.
little liar. Worm Odyssey. What do? You
That's
fucking...
what I call it every time I get in the pussy.
It's 3
call it the
pixels.
Worm Odyssey.
You say, sweetie, are you ready to go in the Worm Odyssey? And she yelps. I still want to play a game called Worm Odyssey really badly.
Why don't we just do that one then?
Worm Odyssey.
Worm Odyssey.
Worm Odyssey.
See,
Worm Odyssey.
Hashtag Worm Odyssey.
Guys, everyone hashtag in the comments, Worm Odyssey.
Fucking harass Kickstarter. Tell them to make it.
I don't think that's how a Kickstarter works.
Don't harass Kickstarter.
Guys, harass Kickstarter with the phrase Worm Odyssey.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Just at
Okay,
Kickstarter and just say Worm Odyssey now, preferably in hashtag form.
How much are we raising for Worm Odyssey? What are we
I
asking
think we
for?
need 100,000 for
I think
that.
we need 150 at least.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's say $1 million.
Let's say $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million
on
to
the
get
spot.
Worm Odyssey off the ground.
What are the perks we're gonna do?
You get a real life worm.
You get one long, straight, dry worm.
You get a mile-long stretch of dirt in a tank for him to go on an odyssey through.
You can crawl. Yeah, like a 1 inch long tube of dirt.
You get a full 10 jars of warm nutrients.
So we're just selling a pet worm at this point.
Yeah, that's the executive producer fee you get if you donate $15,000.
If you donate $20,000, we will create tiny little googly eyes to weld onto the worm's head.
Welding not
and
not
if you
done
if you
when
donate at least $70,000, you can voice one of the worm enemies, which sounds like this.
If you donate the full $1 million, you are executive producer at the bottom of the credits.
Yeah, and also you are responsible for making the whole entire game.
And at the very end, the worm says, "Haha, thanks," and he says your name.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steven.
Thanks, Steven. That's awful. And then, so we're gonna need 999,000 for marketing and the rest for the actual budget.
Yeah.
I don't think that was supposed to work, but
This is also a franchise. It's a series.
Yeah, there will be sequels.
Yeah, there will be
and prequels.
There will be a trilogy of
Prequels
Worm
to Worm
Odysseys. Yeah, we'll make one called Worm Odyssey Origins after we're done with the.
You know when they always reboot like a movie or a game, it's always kind of the first word, like they reboot a movie and it's just like Planet of the Apes. Like if they reboot it now, they just call it Apes probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So we just call it Worm?
Yeah, the prequel's called Worm. Or
Odd Worm.
Yeah, no, just Worm. It has to be Worm.
This is some Crash Bandicoot
Somebody actually made Worm Odyssey.
Did
you
really?
see that? Yeah,
No.
someone actually made Worm Odyssey.
we fucking.
Was it good?
It looked fun enough. I mean, I didn't play it, but
I've not played Worm Odyssey.
Whoa.
some psycho actually did it.
There's a little bug, and he's got his little.
That is not a
he's got
bug,
his
you
little
fucking
nail.
liar.
He's a little beetle, I think.
Is he really a bug?
Yeah,
I made a joke about a bug. I didn't know it was really a bug in
all
this
the
game.
all
Holy
the
fuck.
characters in this are bugs. You'll see.
Holy fuck, this really is a bug-filled game. This is Bugs Odyssey, finally, after all these years.
Bugs Odyssey.
Bugs.
Worm Odyssey.
How many games did you create with that thing?
I made a bunch. I made a Donkey Kong game where you're like Donkey Kong being captured by the U.S. government. And you're like escaping a government facility. I made a bunch of sweet games.
That's the stupidest shit.
You could get like made it so you could get like red bananas and stuff. It was sweet.
Okay, that sounds a lot better than
yeah,
regular Donkey
yeah.
Kong.
Mango stop.
I also made a game called Tomato Adventures, and you're a little tomato that shoots little like projectiles out of your hand.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never decided to do Worm Odyssey even though you had the power?
I didn't even couldn't even comprehend. My brain couldn't even comprehend Worm Odyssey back then.
That's fair.
What is Worm Odyssey?
It's an it would take literally $5 million, $20 million to make that game.
What is? Can you describe to us what?
No.
It would no.
No.
I could, but you get sick to your tummy and make you absolutely nauseous.
It's fucking rude that you just cut him off like
the
that.
last guy that I explained Worm Odyssey to kind of went insane.
He kind of got into a coma.
So TV show bouncing in my head last night.
why, but it was something that you said. Worm Odyssey. That was for some reason stuck in my head. I think from the last stream.
Yeah,
I
Worm
think there's
Odyssey.
a lot of potential there for people that don't know. And I was thinking about this. People knew what Worm Odyssey was in the chat, and I guess you've talked about it before on Oneyplays or something.
Yeah, I've definitely said the phrase Worm Odyssey. I've never expanded
I
upon.
just want to for the public. That came from me and Zach were in the back of a car. I think it was with Mark M, Sick Animation, and Adam P. We're driving somewhere. And Zach, I remember you had like a look on your face of like, ugh, like just like you were overwhelmed by sadness or something.
No, it
And
was,
I was like,
it was disgust. It was disgust.
You were just like, you made like, it wasn't even to me, like it was to yourself. You're like, ugh, and I was like, oh, what's wrong? And you looked at me and you're like, I just sort of the word bug Odyssey.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that was in my brain. I was like, oh.
Now I need to clarify that it's not like I'm like, sorry, I'm so random, but I do get these like I do think that I don't have a filter. Like
you looked upset. Like you didn't look like you even wanted to tell me that.
No. I like my filter is my mouth. So there's a lot of shit that just goes in my head that I'm like, that's fucking garbage. Like I get mad at myself that my brain even thought of that. Because I do feel like everybody has a little bit of a fucking of a battle between their conscious mind and their sort of their impulses. So that's all that is. Yeah, Bug Odyssey came from a disgusting, horrible place.
Disgusting, schizophrenic thought. Now, I was thinking that went to Worm Odyssey somewhere. I'm guessing you evolved it.
Worm Odyssey. Yeah.
Did you want to jam on the idea of Worm /Bug Odyssey?
I say we jam on the word Bug Odyssey because Worm Odyssey is pretty straightforward. Bug is a broad term.